I'm going to revisit the ICHIMOKU cloud. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy Trader. And what I'm trying to do with the channel is put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a little bit of what I get up to during the day and hopefully inspire you with your own trade. So if that sounds good, please click that little subscribe button, smash the like, share, all that good stuff. Really helps the channel. So what am I doing? Well, let me fire up the screens.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay guys, I had a little question asked if I can trade the ICHIMOKU, or ICHIMOKU, however you want to say it, but on an hourly chart. And you can, but also in a simplistic way. Well, levels is always key. They will always be there for me. So I'm going to use the level as a trigger, and as you can see, it is coming down onto that level right now. We are underneath the cloud, and the Kumo twist is red, telling me the pressure is down. So is it reasonable to assume that we can get a trade out of this? Now bear in mind this is an hour. How far does this move on an hourly chart? Well, it's about 19 pips per hour. So if you look for half of that, which is 10, because we just want a quick sort of pop, is that reasonable? Well, I'd like to think it is. Now if we just scroll this out slightly, just so we can have a look, you can kind of see it's in a range at the moment, which is kind of why I'm not putting on a moving average, because it's a bit dirty, that. Okay, so what we're looking at is just the cloud. It's twist, there's the base. Let's put an order in because it looks relatively good to go. Always let the price come to you guys, and we're going for half the ATR, just like so. Okay. And we're going to leave it on the hourly chart. Why? Well, it's because if I just pull up the message, this is just a Telegram, small Telegram group that we look at. Can it be used on a 1 hour and a 4 hour? Similar strategy to the M5. Yeah, it can, and a good salute to you. The thing with strategies is they're all just frameworks, right? And the strategy I guess you really need to adopt is yourself. And what I mean by that is patience. I was asked this morning, because I did a trade yesterday where I pulled back on cable. And saying, well, why couldn't we catch the acceleration? What's happening there is you're trying to trade too many waves and too many times. All you need to be doing with the market is picking a market bias and then just looking for a reasonable entry to get in with some solid, reasonable criteria. Now here we're using an ICHIMOKU on a single time frame, which is the hour. You can see that it's got kind of an overall trend. Well, it's not a trend, but it's down, so you can put a little trend line on there for argument's sake, just to give you a gauge of how the market is moving. So you can kind of see that it's there. You can also see that it's in a bit of a channel as well. So we'll just oh, sorry, wrong one. Just move that over. So you can see the channels forming there. if you run that through them, sort of thing, there it is there. So is it reasonable to assume that's pushing down? Yeah, it is. Very much so. Excuse me, just a second. Oh, screen was buzzing. Yeah, because we're coming off the top of a channel. The Kumo is telling you it's pressures to the downside. We've got a strong drive up, which we know retraces. So that's another element. And we've just broken a level, which was being used as the trigger. And then just let it play out. Very, very simple. Where do you put your stops? Well, you just got to be a bit sensible with your risk. If you are ultra tight, you can be on the other side of that, or the other side of this, somewhere in here, you know, out the way, using the cloud as a form of resistance to get through. You know, it's got to push its way through it. So you could use that. You could be sort of ultra aggressive and sort of put a wide one up there out the way, and then look to buy in and then come back down, because markets retrace on themselves. So you can still buy your way out of trouble. The trick there is just be sensible. Don't go mental. And the final part of all of this is just set and forget it. I'll put a reasonable target in of half the ATR, which is 10 pips, which is roughly what you kind of go for on a day trade anyway. Just as a basic target. That target brings us into a cluster point. That cluster point marries up to these areas here. You know, you can see the stall points where it's been before, and the flat edge of this cloud. So it's a reasonable target into reasonable areas. And that's the other part. Don't be greedy. If you're greedy, all that happens is chase the market, try and catch every wave, and you might get 2 or 3 of them, but I'll guarantee 4 and 5 will wipe you out. So just slow, steady progress all the time. And if you do that, you'll find that trading does become quite easy. I prove it all the time and give you an idea. Don't really want this to be, let's have a look, see if I can find it. History, there we go. This morning, dealing with pennies, 38 quid off a very similar move. Don't need to really worry about it. Job done. And that's what it's all for. That was my 5% account, by the way, guys. I'm just chipping away at that. And as you can see here, it's now just coming in using a simple principle. So I'll let it play out and I'll come back to you at the end and sort of talk you a little bit more through it, see whether it goes good, bad or indifferent. Because when you look at these sort of trades, I don't know what the outcome is, because this is live. This is real chart, real time. If you look at the dates at the bottom, there you are. It's the 10 o'clock candle, Friday the 16th of July. I don't do the rollback thing. It's always in the moment. So let's see if this plays out and makes 50 quid for a simple trade. Oh. Well. There you go. Where are we at? Quick 50 quid. Happy days. A little bit quicker than I anticipated. But the idea of this little trade was just to show you that trading ain't difficult. Given a simple request, looked at the markets that were capable of moving, because that's the thing. Pick the market as well as the tool, because some markets are horrendous. However, it's not to say that you can't get some movement and some money out of it. So very, very easy. So there you go, guys. Nice and quick. I hope that's kind of what you were looking for, Falkland. I genuinely do. I just fired this up because I know you talked to us on the Discord and the Telegram. These trades, they're not difficult. They're not difficult. Do it 2 or 3 times a day, or even just a couple of times a day. I mean, I stick to that principle. Score, score, stop. And what does that mean? It means don't be greedy. Just get in, get out, get your money, and then enjoy your day. And that money has bought you time freedom. Nice and simple. So, I'm going to enjoy the coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. It's Friday, so I'm going to enjoy the weekend. And I wish you all a good weekend as well. So trade well, keep the risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.